Well, we're excited for Friday night. Friday night lights in our building, in front of our fans who've been amazing for us all year, and we're expecting the same. We're hoping that it's cold, that the altitude still there for us, that we want a little revenge after the first one of the series, but we're at home where we've been pretty good, so we're really looking forward to the challenge against a good LA Galaxy team. But we're sure welcoming the home cooking.
Chris, I asked you after the game on Saturday if anything was off the table in terms of changes, anything dramatic to expect when the lineup comes out on Friday.
Nothing too dramatic, and of course we're just not going to give away too much information now, Mitch. So, but we're excited about what we're going to do in terms of our game plan. This isn't the time of year for pushing any magic buttons. We got to rely on what's gotten us to this point. But again, when you're match planning, you always have to think about the opposition, the strengths, where you can hurt them, and we've done that, or at least that's our attempt. So. We're the Rapids. We're the same cast of characters. We're getting some healthy bodies back, and yeah, we're looking forward to throwing it out there.
You talk about getting those healthy bodies. I mean, you didn't have your two guys there for the first match.
Yeah.
Now you're going to at least get one of them back. I mean, just how at least getting Georgie back for this week. What it means to you guys and how much it changes for you guys.
Listen, we know in sport, and as the head coach, I don't often in the media talk about who we're missing because it sounds like an excuse, to be honest with you. So it's always the next man up around here. But when you're missing your key guys, some stress comes because oftentimes that's your focal point. It's your reference point. So to be honest, Georgi Mihalovic, Cole Bassett, they've been our reference point in many ways. So it's good to have both of them back in some regard. Cole, it's been a little bit slower, but Georgie was out there today, and you can see even the quality and the energy that the group has when he's around. So yeah, we're in the biggest games of the year. You want your biggest players ready. So it's good to have.
What's the message to the team not to put too much pressure on themselves?
Yeah, I'm as the head coach, I'm constantly aware of that emotional energy and when they need me to tighten the grip a little bit. But we talk a lot about pressure and what is pressure, and you see different tragedies in the world. You see different things going on where what families face, and the pressure, it's on ourselves just to be at our best, and there's a trophy out there, and we're going for it. That it's a football game, it's another game. So I'm constantly trying to take that off and aware of the energy in the group. So when we design practice sessions, when we talk about match plans, it's more to challenge the guys and bring excitement, more to add pressure. Because again, when you think about an athlete, the greatest reward is still to play well. For each guy to play well and be free. At the essence of sport, it's play. So of course we want to deliver victories for our fans and for the players, but yeah, so my message is, it's lots of little messages to breed confidence and to stick to the basics, things that got us here.
Connor mentioned there was a players meeting today to kind of everyone get on the same page. Sometimes that can be when things are going good. Sometimes that can be when things are going bad. What's your thoughts on the players getting together to kind of have their own kind of talking and get everything up?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not too many things sneak by me in this building, but I didn't know they had a player meeting. So I think it's a good thing. Listen, what you can see in our team, even last game, how difficult that is. It's 1-0 at halftime. We're in the game, and to go down right after halftime, it's 2-0, 3-0, and it just gets away from us. That the team doesn't give in. We don't quit. We push in to get a goal at any point. That the team is engaged. They're very confident, and they are together. And they have the real ingredients and the behaviors of a real team. For me, a winning team, one that should be competing for championships, as we've done all year. We've put ourselves in the mix of everything as we are now. So I think that's good. When the players, I always say, listen, I know my role as the head coach, to lead these guys and to take them where they can't get to on their own. However, I think the very best teams that I've been part of and that I've coached, and it's from my experiences, when the players take it over from the inside. That they're not doing things because I'm saying do this, run here. That they're doing it because they believe it and that they take ownership. Because there's no timeouts in soccer. There's a halftime. That they're coaching themselves out there. That they're taking real ownership. So to hear that they had a player meeting, I think it's a really good thing. That's a step of taking ownership.
When we were planning for this whole series, last week you had the press conference. You talk about this Friday night. You're always you correct me wrong, but you were like looking ahead past like last week, and you knew that this game was going to be the one. Do you still believe like regardless of what happens, last game or this game, like this is the game that you know you have to get?
Yeah, look, before the series starts, it's still a one game at a time thing. So the idea was to go to LA, get the victory at no matter what, and come home and seal out the series at home. So we were aggressive. Probably will we get punished a little bit because we were very aggressive to go there, and because losing in a shootout or if you lose 4-0 or 1-0, it wouldn't have mattered. So we went for it, and it didn't go our way. However, now this becomes the most important one. We get this game at home, we win the game, and we get into that one-off, that decisive game in LA where we've been pretty good this year when everything's on the line. So I'm looking forward to this everything on the line game where we've been pretty, we've shown up in these moments. So it's one game at a time. We have to be very realistic. It's a good team we're playing. We'll have to be at our best, but we want to get into that decisive game 3.
First home playoff game for you, Coach. You've talked about the fans all year and how much they've been behind you guys. How excited are you to see them this Friday?
I'm really excited. I love the home games. I love the energy that our fans bring. They feed off of our guys. Our guys play for them and feed off of them. So it's for me, it's always about energy that's transmitted back and forth, and I think that's what it is. That's the brand of our team. We're an energetic football team, and a big part of it is, again, player to player, player to coach, coach to player, and the fans. That the fans feeding off of them, and we're gonna rely on them once again. So now I'm really excited for my first playoff game here in Denver. Hopefully of many.
Awesome. We'll wrap there.